pangarap, san man umabot tayo.
Bati ko rin ang mga tagapagpakinig ng programang Buhay OFW ngayon sa DWDD 1134 Armed Forces Radio. Mabuhay kayo mga OFW, mga bayani na
Okay, magandang Mindanao. Natanong po tayo sa programang Buhay OFW. Ito po si Terry Alma. Tayo po'y muling magkakasama-sama. Kami po'y napapakinggan sa DWDD Armed Forces Radio, ang boses ng Kawal Pilipino. At syempre po, i-turn nyo lang, follow, likes, and share nyo lang po ang DWDD Katropa. Yan, ang Armed Forces. At syempre po, kami po ay lagi nyo mapapakinggan sa AM Radio. Bago ang lahat, magandang buhay sa lahat po ng ating mga kasama, katropa, dyan po sa DWDD, ang ating pong mga bossing. Hello po sa inyo, saludo po kami sa inyo. At syempre po ang ating masipag sa technical side. Thank you po sa mga suporta. Okay, at syempre po, batiin mo natin ating chairman ng Batay Kasangga ng OFW International na super busy. And of course, ang ating din pong partner na si Miss Manny Magnet. Talagang nagmamagnet siya ng pera, kaya very busy siya ngayon. Ano? Okay, at batiin din po natin ang ating mga followers and viewers sa apat na sulok ng mundo. Hello po sa inyo. Easy lang po ang buhay. Huwag kayong mai-stress sa mga nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran. Ang napakaraming mga kalamidad. Manalangin lang po tayo palagi para tayo ay safe at hindi mangyari ang ating mga kinatatakutan ng mga delubyo. Kailangan po magbago na upang dumating man yan, tayo po ay nakahanda at nakaredy. Okay, ngayon pong araw na ito ay ang ating pong balitang DOST, and of course, balitang lungsod ng Quezon, at napakarami pa pong nating mga balita na ating pararating sa ating mga kababayan. Ano? Kamakailan po ay tayo po'y umaten sa Manila Hotel. Ayan, wow. 2 araw po yan. Ito po yung tinatawag na NAS Philippines. Yan po ika-ano po nila. 48 taon na pong scientific meeting. Ayan. At sabi nga, matagumpay po yung isinagawa ng National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines. NAS Philippines. Yun nga po yung 48 na taon ang pong ginagawa yung scientific meeting na yan. At yung nakakamakailan lang po ay dyan nga po ginanap sa Manila Hotel. Ang tema po nito ay yung UNSDGS, Science, Technology, Innovation for Sustainable Development. Yung layunin po ng pagpupulong ay suriin ang progreso ng Pilipinas na makamit ang suriin itong United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Binubuo ito po ng mga strategy ng mga nakabatay sa agam lagi para sa pag-unlad. Pinangunahan po yan ni Dr. Arsenio Balisacan. Siya po ang Secretary ng Department of Economy, Planning and Development. At nagbigay po siya ng message at ganoon din po yung ating pong mga idol. Katulad po ni Dr. Jaime Montoya, siya po yung president ng NAS. Ayan, malapit nang mag-retire ang ating kaibigan na doktor. Dito po ay 320 research ang mga nag-join. At syempre, para po mas malinaw, panuorin niyo po yung video po ng naganap na NAS 48 years, scientific. Panoorin po natin ang video. Thank you.
And members of the diplomatic corps. Other dignitaries and key personalities, distinguished men and women of science, fellow workers in government, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. A pleasant morning to all of you. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. As President of the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines, it is my distinct honor to welcome you all to the 48th Annual Scientific Meeting. This gathering is the culmination of months of careful preparation and the synthesis of insights from our 3 regional scientific meetings across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, all under the theme UN Sustainable Development Goals, Science, Technology, and Innovation for Sustainable Development. I would like to particularly thank Academician Reynaldo Vea as the overall organizing chair of the annual scientific meeting for this year. The ISM serves as a vital national platform to consolidate regionally grounded perspectives, showcase
opening message. Let us give him a warm round.
To the national scientists present this morning, Excellencies, joining you today at the 48th Annual Scientific Meeting of the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines with the timely theme UN SDGs, Science, Technology, and Innovation for Sustainable Development. This theme affirms a reality that has become increasingly evident. The challenges we face, from health and food security, climate change, economic competitiveness, and digital transformation, among many others, are deeply interconnected. Addressing them requires equally connected solutions, with science, technology, and innovation serving as the foundation of sustainable, inclusive, and resilient development. As the country's lead agency for science, technology, and innovation, the Department of Science and Technology remains committed in ensuring that scientific knowledge and technological advances translate into tangible and lasting benefits for every Filipino. In short, Adham Naramdaman. When I assumed leadership as Secretary, our first priority was to define the direction of the department through 4 interconnected strategic pillars: promotion of human well-being, fostering wealth creation, reinforcing wealth protection, and institutionalizing sustainability. Eventually, we added a vital mechanism, and that is governance, to apply science, technology, and innovation in governance. These pillars remind us of a simple but powerful truth. Science does not end with discovery. Science must improve lives, protect our people, preserve our resources, strengthen institutions, and create opportunities for every Filipino. They also reflect the very aspirations of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, ensuring that the work we do today contributes to a better and more sustainable future. Guided by these priorities, the Department of Science and Technology continues to pursue strategic mission-oriented programs that combine research excellence with meaningful societal impact. We continue to invest in human capital development, strengthen research infrastructure, expand technology transfer, and build innovation ecosystems that empower our regions and communities. In fact, one of our banner programs is the development of smart and sustainable communities, cities, towns, and provinces all over the Philippines, with the initial goal of developing 1 pilot per province. Now, so far, we have 150 local government units already signing with us an agreement to make their communities smart and sustainable. Anchored on our commitment of one DOST for you, solutions and opportunities for all, we push to make science, technology, and innovation more responsive, more accessible, and more inclusive, ensuring that the benefits of innovation reach not only our major centers of growth, but also the communities and sectors that
more than a reflection of the Academy's achievements. It is a strategic platform for strategic partnership, inspiring future generations, promoting evidence-based policy,
Good morning or magandang tanghali sa inyo lahat. And welcome to the press conference for the 48th Annual Scientific Meeting of the National Academy of Science and Technology, Philippines. This year's theme, alam nyo na, no? The UN SDGs, Science, Technology, and Innovation for Sustainable Development, highlighting the vital role of science, technology, and innovation in driving cost-effective and scalable solutions that can accelerate transformative change towards a sustainable future and improve quality of life for all Filipinos. This year's event is particularly meaningful as NAS Philippines approaches its 50th anniversary, golden anniversary. And in celebration of this milestone, which will be exactly on December 16 this year, 2026, the Academy has made this year's annual scientific meeting even more special by bringing together all 6 divisions to create of the Academy. So before, we usually one to host per annual scientific meeting. Ngayon, lahat ng aming divisions are involved because it's a special ASM and a special year for NAS. This will further advance the country's sustainable development goals, with the discussions we'll be conducting and the resolutions we're going to agree upon this meeting. To our media partners, we extend nagpapasalamat po kami to all of you for your invaluable role in making science more accessible to the public. And through your reporting, the insights, recommendations, and breakthroughs shared during this event will reach decision makers, educators, students, and communities across the nation. So we look forward to a dynamic exchange of ideas today, and may this press conference mark the beginning of a deeper engagement, stronger partnerships, and a renewed shared commitment to advancing science, technology, and innovation for the benefit of every Filipino. Again, maraming salamat po. Thank you very much at welcome po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Start with academician Jaime C. Montoya, so you have heard him. And with him, our academician Reynaldo B. Bea, and we are expecting, of course, academician Arsenio Balisacan. Of course, we're privileged to have with us today the Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Renata Sereno. Okay, so
across generations and political administration. Hence, sustainability is really a very important concept so that we can have a longer and better quality of life and a peaceful life. Sabi nga ni Secretary Balisacan, matatag, maginawa at panatag ng buhay. And this is really a subject matter where science, technology, and innovation will play a very big role. And that is why the Department of Science and Technology, in this current administration, sustainability was one of the 4 major pillars that we have been pushing through. I'm very glad to report that beyond framework, we need to operationalize the application of science, technology, innovation for sustainable development.
accredited with comprehensive research that named 44 species, of which 3 were new species in Philippine palms, and 1 family.
and harvest the metal instead of ravaging with bulldozers across the landscape. That's what we call future technology, what is known as metal farming or agro mining, if you like, the whole lot. Of course, yung sinasabi niyang importante yun sa, kasi meron mga dumating estudyante na, yung bangkang kung na kinukuha natin, because we solve this precaution in harvesting vegetables from anywhere. Ito rin yung kinakain sa mining company. Maraming nagsasabi pwede kayo ng bunga. Yung inaaral ko sa dahon, of course, the bunga is also like a leaf, which can also absorb metal. So, minsan, ang tinitingnan natin yan sa dahon lang, pero wala sa fruit. And therefore, if the birds eat it, then therefore they're not edible ang fruit. So, ayaw naman gawin ng halaman na i-poisonous yung fruits at hindi na sa madi-disperse na mag-ibon. So, dahon lang which is a lot more for the fun. So yun po yung aking focus sa heavy metals, looking towards sustainable future using nickel hydroxide dito.
Nagsamang luwat na. So, harani ito sa amon. So, I grew up in Calbayog and now I have a project in G1. And G1 is a very good example kasi there's a very diverse one population of CB sa G1. Also, meron doon mga bypass area and it's a huge diversity. Pero nearby, yung sinasabi ko nga na meron nagmamine, no? So, actually, gusto namin pumunta sa isla na yun para tingnan kung meron pang apektado, pero no entry kami, hindi kami allowed. So, medyo siguro hindi ako makakasagot niyan kasi kung nagmamine sila, meron yan sila permit and they're supposed to do everything correctly. Pero since we are not allowed to go nearby, so hindi namin ma-assess yung situation doon. Pero despite of that, nearby, meron pa talagang mga pristine area with huge biodiversity. So doon kami nagpo-collecta ng mga sample because my lab is doing selection and breeding of seaweed. Kung hindi nyo alam, ang seaweed din ay may lalaki at babae. No? So kaya nagpo-collecta kami ng samples at magawa kami ng crossbreeding. So how to deal with the community? Sa mga seaweed farmers naman, medyo tricky din ito kasi may mga paniniwala sila na para sa akin ay medyo kulang sa scientific basis. No? So kaya dapat lang natin action is
ng mga pag-aaral para maging basis ng PhilHealth para maasahan yung kanilang mga packages. Iba si Dr. Eddie Mercado, unfortunately, nagsalita na doon, probably still there or baka he left na. Nagsalita po siya sa first plenary. Pero malinaw na malinaw doon na yung mga basihan nila is base sa datos. So hindi ko hula-hula lang na taasan natin kasi maraming talagang pinag-aralan niya. At DOST po, through the PCHRD, Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, nagsagawa.
Ito po ay katanungan para kay Secretary Solidum. May notes ako.
Good.
Parang pinagkaabaan mo yan.
Ito sir, sa agresibong programa ng DOST na gumagamit ng AI at smart automation ang mga MSME, paano niyo po sisiguraduhin ng kagawaran na mapoprotektahan nito ang lokal na manggagawa at mga maliliit na industriya sa halip na mawalan po sila ng trabaho?
Okay. The approach really is one-on-one guidance. First, one-on-one discussion with the enterprise or the cooperative to find out the best solution to their problem. Need to use artificial intelligence and other smart technology. So we have the smart factory approach, or in other lingo, it's called Industry 4.0. So one-on-one po yan. And that is why I wanted to really have a change in the way we do things. Now, sabi ko, if you want to really create impact, just like any organization, you must be proactive, you must pursue, hanapin mo yung may problema, tulungan mo, huwag ka lang maghintay doon sa lalapit sa iyo para matulungan, otherwise, wala ka masyadong impact. And then the third is to make sure that you transform their lives. How do you transform? Make it more productive, create more jobs, and jobs are created once productivity is increased. So that's how we approach things. Kasi pag hindi mo yan one-on-one, parang general ka lang. Iba-iba ang problema ng bawat enterprise. So for artificial intelligence, our focus is human-centered, human-focused use of artificial intelligence. That's why one of the programs that we implement is AI as a service for enterprises. Funded po yan. And the National AI Center for Research and Innovation is designed for that. Now, we also want to democratize the use of AI. So ang ating mga regional offices, together with the LGU and the academic in their area, would also develop their AI roadmap. But the compute power and the skills needed might not be there yet, so maliliit lang ang compute power nila. Once they needed the high-end performance computing, they can use the national level. Example in advanced manufacturing. using this technology. We have launched different advanced manufacturing pilot areas in all regions of the Philippines. So they can do 3D printing for plastics, for example. But when they want ceramic or iron or concrete, then they can send the design to the main office at the Advanced Manufacturing Center with MIRDC, and those can be printed there. So we're trying to establish an innovation ecosystem that is not simply centered in Metro Manila, but can be democratized in all regions of the Philippines. So sa AI, ganun din. So, importante yung framework na pinasa ng ating mga Pangulo kasi human-centered AI yun. Hindi talagang i-displace lahat ng trabaho, kundi paano matutulungan ng AI na mapabuti at mapaganda ang experience ng nagtatrabaho at yung experience din ng customer na nagpa-partner sa mga MSME or the industries.
Okay, so that nutritionist dietitians. It's just because until now we are advocating or we're convincing our local government units to hire nutritionists per municipality so that somebody or a professional can actually handle nutrition services at the grassroots. Nahihirapan po tayo dahil wala pong nutritionist doon sa local government units. So yung mga midwives natin at mga nurses natin sa local government units ay marami po silang iba't ibang trabaho. Kaya po, palagi po natin problema ang malnutrition. It's just because wala pong caretaker sa local government units ng nutrition services na dapat, nararapat din na dapat ibigay sa ating mga kababayan. Alam po nila kung ano po ang solusyon, sabi na ng Secretary, kung we must be problem specific in instituting solutions. So that means to say, dapat malaman ng ating nutritionist kung anong problema sa komunidad na yon para po maka-install ng effective at saka efficient na solusyon. Maraming salamat po. Sana
Sa Marita, Domingo. Dito pa na.
Hello? Naandito lang po ako. Umiikot. May ihanda sila kasi baka humaba. Okay? Good afternoon to everybody. As we conclude the first day of the press conference for the 48th Annual Scientific Meeting of the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines, I would like to extend our deepest appreciation to all our speakers, media partners, and guests for a productive, engaging, and insightful day. The theme of this year's meeting, UN SDGs, Science, Technology, and Innovation for Sustainable Development, reminds us of the vital role that science, technology, and innovation play in building a more sustainable, resilient, and inclusive future for all Filipinos. While our country continues to face complex and evolving challenges, today's discussion has shown that through collaboration, evidence-based solutions, and a shared commitment to progress, achieving these goals is both possible and within our reach. We are especially grateful to all our media partners for helping bring these important discussions to a wider audience. So sana makarating sa iba ang napag-usapan to you. Your work is instrumental in communicating scientific knowledge and ways that inform, engage, and inspire action among communities, decision makers, and future generations. So, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Kasi bukas po, iba namang set ng ang ating resource persons, yung po mga awardees na tomorrow. Kaya magkita-kita po muli tayo tomorrow. At iba rin po yung pang-raffle po yun na ibigay bukas.
Pero may isda pa rin.
Okay, back to you guys. Ayan, napanood niyo po ang mga naging kaganapan po sa Manila Hotel. Okay, ngayon po ay balitang lungsod Quezon naman po tayo. Ito yung mga nagiging kaganapan, ito pong si Mayor Joy Belmonte ay patuloy na nakikipag-cooperate sa ICI para imbestigahan yung 17 billion na flood control projects. Hindi po niyan tinitigilan. At 331 DPWH projects sa QC 2022 to 25. Yan, approve yan. At 305 hindi naka-align sa drainage plan. Kaya ginagawa niya po ang lahat ng paraan. At tungkol naman po sa mga nasunugan, dyan po sa Congressional Avenue noong July 11, nag-port alarm at marami po ang naapektuhan ng mga informal settlers sa ilalim ng tulay. Yan po ay bibigyan na rin po ng relocation at di pababayaan. At syempre, ang kaligtasan naman sa Safe School Zone Ordinance para mas safe ang mga bata sa pagpasok at pag-uwi at pag-uwi. Pangkabuhayan sa QC open na ulit ang livelihood at syempre po mag-apply lang po kayo ng mga grants at training. At sa health alert naman, tumataas ang dengue at leptospirosis, kaya paalala na laging maglinis sa QC. Ang krimen naman ay nahuhuli naman po ang mga gumagawa ng mga kalukuhan katulad ng pagnanakaw ng mga copper cable sa Commonwealth Avenue. At sa droga, 3.4 shabu na sabat sa Barangay Talipapa. Ayan, kita nyo, sipag, Congratulations, Mayor Joy Belmonte. And of course, yung naganap din nung nakaraan na talagang napakalaking tulong po sa ating mga kabayan. Ito yung ginanap na All Aboard Expo, yung Southeast Asia's biggest board gaming event. Ito yung marami pong na-enjoy dito na ating mga kababayan. Ito yung ginanap sa MICE, nakaraan lang, pero patuloy natin binabalita kasi marami talagang naging interesado rito, pati mga OFW natin sa ibang bansa. Maagigit 10,000 players po, mga families, educators, designers, and publishers, at mga biggest tabletop gaming convention yung naganap na yun, na talagang marami po ang nagka-interest at nakinabang doon sa nasabi na gaming na yon. Panoorin natin yung konting mensahe po ng ating mga naging leader doon.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Terry Alpa from the Armed Forces Radio, and my program is about Buhay OFW ngayon, means Overseas Filipino Workers. It's my program.
Okay.
And introduce yourself, sir. Can you introduce yourself?
Okay. My name is David Osbri. I am the publisher at the Beer Games. We're an international company. I am particularly based in Barcelona.
Okay. Can you give a message for our Filipino people? We have followers and viewers from the armed forces and from the overseas Filipino workers all over the world. Your message, please.
Well, for all the Filipino armed forces and workers around the world, we're very happy to have your support, and we hope that you play games with us for many, many years.
Yes, those who are interested, where they can contact you?
Well, they can find the beer at thebeergames.com. That's our English gateway into our world of board games. And they can just look for CDs online, CDs board game.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And we would like to see how the game is. Can you show us, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, how it is.
Biggest in Southeast Asia siya. Punta po kayo dito kasi dito, lahat tayo magkoconnect, maglalaro, magsisiyahan.
Pero ito ba, libre naman natin.
So for Quezon City citizens, libre po pumasok. For any children, 12 years old and below, libre din po pumasok. Dun sa mga non-QC, 150 pesos per day lang ang entrance. Over 600 games na yung malalaro ninyo. Parang 4 pesos lang per game yan. So, sobrang sulit.
Pero yung gustong mag-uwi ng mga laruan ito, ano nila bibili?
Pwede niyo po bilhin sa gaming library. Meron din po tayo ng shop dito po sa labas ng convention. So kung may nagustuhan kayo, pwede po kayo bumili kagad din sa expo shop natin. Naka-promo po, naka-discount yung mga games natin dito.
Pero ano yung pinaka-favorite na game dito sa board? Ano yung pinaka-number 1 na game dito sa board?
Ang number 1 game para sa akin is yung Kalikasan. Yun yung tema ng game natin. Pinifeature natin yung Philippine Eagle, yung Palawan Binturong, syempre yung Cute with our Sheer. At sana matuwa kayo dito kasi it's all about sustainability. Gusto natin paalagaan yung kalikasan ng Pilipinas.
Pero bakit nyo naman ito ginawa? Ano ang pumasok sa isip nyo ginawa nyo itong concept na ito?
Gusto ko pag malaki yung Pilipinas doon sa alam kong way na possible, which is through board gaming. So at least dito sa mundo natin, ang sarap maging Pilipino. So goal ko to, gusto ko lahat ng pamilya magsama-sama, gusto ko mga kaibigan magsasama-sama, wag tama na yung online hate na mga ganun. Pag nag-offline, in real life tayo, lahat tayo nagko-connect with one another.
Sir, sa nabuho dati, pag uwi mo sa bahay, lahat ng bata nakatutok na lang sa cellphone. Parang wala na akong nagpapansinan sa loob ng bahay. Kaya yung ba naisip itong laro ito para bumalik uli yung unang mga nangyayari. Diba? Kami na nag-uusap na gano'n, wala na kasi.
Well, hindi naman maalis sa bawat Pilipino yung sama-sama magkain. Ang mahirap talaga pag nasa cellphone, tapos sabay-sabay kayo kumakain, parang hindi masarap yung sinigang sa ganung panahon, di ba? So ngayon, namin ginawa yung mga games para habang nagsama-sama tayo, maglalaro tayo, tapos dahil naglalaro kayo, iba yung nagtatawanan harap-harapan na hindi kayo nakatingin sa screen, di ba? Kahit pa paano nakaka-mental reset, especially yung mga bata ngayon. So, hopefully, in our small little way, matuwa kayo, ma-enjoy ninyo. Punta lang kayo dito, ibang klaseng experience.
Sir, last departing word para ho sa ating mga kababayang Pilipino.
Sa lahat po ng mga kababayan natin Pilipino, sobrang sulit po pumunta dito. All walks of life, kung marunong ka mag-English, mag-Tagalog, lahat po, welcome dito. Kung ikaw ay mas mayaman or financially challenged, lahat po welcome dito. Lahat kami dito magtuturo ng mga games sa inyo at gusto namin magsama-sama tayo. Dito, lahat tayo Pilipino.
Rachel, maraming salamat.
Yes, magandang buhay po sa ating lahat. Sa kasalukuyan po ay nandito tayo sa MICE, kung saan po ay mayroong napakahalagang bagay na kaganapan po ngayon. Sir, magandang buhay po sa inyo. Ano po yung mga nagiging kaganapan niyo? Pero mauna po, introduce niyo muna po ang inyong sarili.
Ako si Michael Limorong, City Administrator ng Quezon City at nandito tayo sa MICE Center sa Quezon City for All Aboard Expo 2026. Ito po isang celebration ng board gaming, experience for everybody. We're expecting thousands of people to come with over 50 publishers and lots of board games that you can try.
Yes, tayo po ay nasa Armed Forces Radio. Ang ating po mga sundalo, mostly ang ating tagapanood at ang ating po mga viewers po ay ang mga OFW. Dahil ang programa ko po ay Buhay OFW ngayon, Bantay at Kasangga. Yung pong mensahe niyo po sa kanila, tsaka po imbitahin niyo na rin po.
Kahit namin po lahat na mga Armed Forces, mga OFW, lahat dito, pumunta dito kung nandito kayo sa Pilipinas, sa Quezon City, to All Aboard Expo 2026 from May 28 to 31. For mga few citizens sa inyo, libre po ito. Sa mga anak nyo, mga 12 years and below, libre po yan. At kung hindi kayo naman kayo citizen, mura lang po to. Kasi gusto namin po ang experience ito para sa lahat. Mag-experience kayo ng games, especially kung nagbabiyahe kayo, wala kayo dito, whatever, saan man kayo. Masaya po na hindi na po tayo gadgets. Pwede rin, magpupo kayo sa isang mesa, magkasama mga kaibigan at pamilya, maglaro. Tulad ng ginagawa ng ibang tao sa amin, tulad namin, nung bata kami. At naalala po namin lahat. Kaya lahat namin sana pumunta kayo dito sa All Aboard Expo 2026.
Yes, thank you po sir at mabuhay po. Ito po si Terry Alpa para po sa programang Buhay OFW ngayon, Bantay at Kasangga na mapapakinggan po sa DWDD 1134 kHz AM radio. Maraming salamat po. Magandang buhay po sa ating lahat. Kasalukuyan po ay nandito pa rin po tayo sa MICE, kung saan po ay nandito po lahat ng uri ng games. At kasama po natin ang isa sa artist ng kalikasan. Wow, ganda. Sir, introduce yourself po.
I'm currently an artist of kalikasan all the way from Davao. Just visited here.
I see, nice.
Expo.
Okay, so ikaw ang artist ng kalikasan.
Yes po, I'm the artist of kalikasan.
So ito, and the games, and the idea of the games. Ito po.
Yung designer.
Designer. Okay.
Ako lang yung artist.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin, ito mismo. Ikaw ang artist. So, sino naman po yung sa games?
Sir Randy Plate is around here.
Okay. Okay. Sige lang. Okay. The idea of the game, siguro, mabibigyan mo rin po kami ng konting, kung paano ba tong games na ito. Ito ba ay may age ba kung anong sinong dapat mo?
Everyone can play the game because it's simple. It's just like parang tiling game lang siya. So, you create your own habitat. Tapos yung position strategically.
I see. Ito yun. Animals.
Ito yung mga habitat tiles. Tapos may mga different animals na you put sa different tiles. So, it's fun tiling game. It's easy to follow.
It's easy, yeah. So, how many players, yeah?
I think up to 4?
Four players.
5 players.
Mukhang exciting nga siya.
Kahapon.
Yes, okay. Okay, yes, imbitahan mo yung ating mga viewers, followers and viewers sa Armed Forces Radio. Mainstream media po tayo, nasa radio tayo ng AM. DWWD 1134. So, invitein mo sila, yung ating pong mga, lalo na po yung mga sundalo, kasi Armed Forces Radio po tayo. Sige po.
Okay, so hello everyone. Of course, come visit All Aboard Expo running this May 28 to May 31. We will be joined with a lot of players. Kahit pa man baguhan ka or a hardcore player, you will surely enjoy the event. So come visit us here. Also, we'll be meeting the game designers, artists like me, myself. So ayun, kita-kits dito sa IC Center.
Yes, and of course, ang ating mga OFW and family. Yan.
So yeah, it's a fun family game. You will surely enjoy this game. That's why.
Yes, thank you at mabuhay sa'yo. Yeah, okay. Hi. So that is the game. How do you call this game?
Cities.
I see. Oh, cities. It's cities. So, only 2 players.
No, this is up to 4 players.
4 players can do.
See, 4 players playing there. And what you will be doing is taking different pieces and building your own city on your corner.
Oh, it's interesting. So this game is from what age?
From, I think it's...
Kapag naubos na lahat ng nasa board.
I don't have my glasses on, but from 8-year-olds up to my age.
Yeah. So it's something like the game is about what it is. There's a game called the Games of the General. Is there similarity?
You don't know that one. This is about building a city.
Building a city.
Yeah, you're building a city.
So it's good for the engineer.
For engineers or for people who just like to travel abroad and learn about all of these cities.
So which one? I mean, this one is for sale. This box. So this is it. This is the game in the box.
Yes.
Here in the box.
Yes, and this is how it's all
Cities.
set up.
Yeah. Okay. So how much you're selling it?
I don't know. I don't know in Filipino money. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. We can.
I can tell you in the store.
Okay. So this is the game. It's called the Cities. Yeah. It looks very interesting, no? Yeah. It's about building something. That's why they call it cities. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Welcome to MICE Senator Quezon City, kung saan po ay nagaganap po ngayon ang isang malaking event. Ito po, welcome to All Aboard Expo. Ayan, mga computers and okay. All aboard. Uy.
Boy, how are you, Terry? I don't know what company.
Thank you so much for your confidence.
All Aboard Expo 2026 is 4 days, 4 na araw po ng board gaming for everyone. So lots of fun, games, experiences, time with family. Marami pong publishers dito, over 50 publishers. Hundreds of games that you can try. Libre po para sa mga citizens at para sa mga bata 12 and below. No? So we're really encouraging everybody to come. You can come and test new games, try new experiences. May mga volunteers na magtuturo sa iyo kung wala kayong alam. So we're really encouraging everybody to try. Kasi tapos na po yung panahon na puro gadgets na we really want people to experience spending time together and really sharing, having a shared experience. So yung highlight dito is we have a lot of tailored games. No? Mga games really that have been tailored for the Philippine market, and I think there's some behind me here. No? So one of them is Modern Art. It's really a fantastic game. It's one of the top auction type games. At ang ginamit dito, we're fortunate they allowed us to use Filipino artworks. So it's promoting national artists and some masters, and you can play have the same game experience but with Filipino artwork. Another game that we're really excited with is Kalikasan. This was actually Game of the Year, Cascadia Game of the Year, and we're lucky that the designers and the publisher allowed us to tailor it to the Philippine market. So ang ginagamit dito, imbis na, for example, hawk, ang ginagamit namin Philippine Eagle. So we're promoting also awareness of environment. So may Philippine Eagle yan, Palawan Pinong, meron diyang tarsier, tamaraw, bangus. So ganun po, no? We're really promoting environmental consciousness and Philippine media, our environment and our animals. So 4 days of fun, excitement, new experiences, time with family. And we're inviting everybody to come here at the Maisi Center from May 28 to 31 for 4 days. Again, free for Q citizens, free for children 12 and below. And for non-Q citizens, it is not an expensive experience. For 4 days of getting to learn, and you can meet some of the designers who actually made the games. No? So mga fans dyan po ng Unmatched, nandito po yung designer niyan. Yung artist ng Harmonies, for those who play that, nandito din yung designer niyan. Kalikasan, nandito yung designer niyan. So there's a lot of experiences that you can share, and of course, the best is really spend time with your families and friends. I think yun ang pinaka-important. Bring your kids, bring your loved ones. Board gaming is not just for those hardcore people. There's a game for everyone, even for those who don't realize that they're gamers. Nako, hundreds of games ang nandito. Over 50 publishers here were releasing hundreds of new games. So some of the titles here, lalabas pa lang dito pa lang. So yun ang exciting dito, no? Naging puntahan po ang Philippines, ang Quezon City in particular. We are the largest in Southeast Asia and the second largest in Asia. Inahayaan namin lahat ng mga board gamers, lahat ng Q citizens and non-Q citizens, lahat ng mga bata at kanilang mga pamilya to come here to All Aboard Expo 2026, May 28 to 31. 4 days of experience. Masaya po ito. I hope you can experience it with us. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
But after that, please enjoy kayo ha. Masaya ito. Hello, welcome.
Yes, magandang buhay po sa ating lahat. Dito po tayo ngayon sa Milso, kung saan ay kasama po natin si Sir. Sir, introduce yourself po.
Pangalan ko po is Hans Kenner Fernandez. Ako po yung owner ng gaming library at lead organizer po ng All Aboard Expo.
Yes, from the Armed Forces Radio po tayo, ang ating po mga tagapakinig po. At sa program Buhay OFW ngayon, mga OFW sa apat na sulok ng mundo at ang ating po mga sundalo. Ano po ang mensahe nyo para sa kanila? Siguro po imbitahan nyo rin po sila.
So, unang-una po, maraming salamat sa lahat ng overseas Filipino workers, sa lahat po ng mga sundalo natin. Saludo po kami sa inyo sa lahat ng serbisyong binibigay niyo po sa ating kapwa Pilipino. So, gusto po namin, alam ko, mahirap mag-connect sa mga kapamilya natin, especially kung nasa ibang bansa kayo. So, sana pagka-uwi ninyo dito sa Pilipinas, hindi po naka-cellphone yung mga bata at kapamilya natin. May mga board games po tayo dito, magsama-sama po tayo sa table, kasama ng sinigang at maglaro pa ng games para lahat tayo nagkakasiyahan at nagkakatuwanan. Pag nandito po yung kapamilya ninyo, invite nyo pumunta sila dito. Kami na magtuturo ng games para pagka-uwi nyo po, sama-sama kayo maglalaro.
Yes, at para naman po sa ating mga sundalo.
At para sa mga sundalo natin, maraming salamat po. Ito mga games po natin ito, marami po mga tema. Karamihan po dito, marami tinuturo na strategy na pwedeng tumulong. Meron din po tayong mga chess, tapos may mga games tayo na nagtutulungan tayo, so nakakatulong ng teamwork kumbaga. So sana makatulong to as much as possible sa inyo.
Yes, thank you so much sir para po sa programang Buhay OFW ngayon na mapapakinggan po sa DWWD Armed Forces Radio. Kami po yung mainstream media at siyempre po ito po si Terry Alpha. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po.
Good morning. What is this all about?
This game is called Cities. It's a game in which the players They are presenting a project to the city council to develop an old part of town. So everybody will be working on their ideas, on their new projects like new parks and lakes and new buildings that they want to put out in the city. And we are playing in the game with different possible cities around the world, like Barcelona or New York City. But we have made here a special tile with the cities of Quezon City and Manila, so people from the Philippines can play at home.
How exciting is this game? How exciting is this?
It's super exciting because it's really easy to learn. It's just 3 or 4 little rules that you have to understand. It's really quick to get it, and then you're making interesting decisions all the time.
How you gonna win the game? How you gonna give it win? How to win? Yeah.
You win by making the best possible project for your city.
Okay.
So every city will give you points for different things, maybe for building taller buildings or for making the most beautiful parks. So you have to see what is the best way for you to score points and go for that.
Is this more interesting rather than playing the digital game like Mobile Legends? Is this more interesting?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing with board games these days is that they give us the excuse to spend quality time with our friends, with our family, without screens. We just look each other in the eye, we play together, we have fun, we lie to each other, we discover new worlds, and this is what board games are all about.
So you mean to say this game is bringing back the memories before, like we are on the kids' side, we were playing game together. Is that what you mean?
These board games bring the memories from when we were kids, but also it takes us into the future. This is real human connections, and that is what we will be doing for many, many years in the future. And all board games is all about that.
So is this forever? Is this for a long time, or just for how many months?
You're gonna be playing cities forever.
Okay, yan, napanood niyo po ang isang napaka-interesting na mga game, tabletop games, ano. Marami po kayong matututunan doon sa mga napanood niyo. Okay, at syempre po, congratulations pa rin sa ating Quezon City Government. Ang pinaka-latest po natin na news, ano, nakipagpulong po si Mayor Joy Belmonte kay Barangay Don Manuel Punong Barangay, Maria Benito Calma. Kasama niya si Action Officer Sandy Sakate. Ito'y tinilakay nila ang panukalang paglalaan ng pondo para sa pagbili ng lupang pagtatayuan ng permanenteng barangay hall. Layunin ng inisyatibong ito na magkaroon ng mas maayos na angkop na pasilidad upang mapalakas ang paghatid ng serbisyo ng mga residente sa Barangay Don Manuel. Ayan, congratulations po. And of course, ang ating balitang OFW. Ayan. Okay, para sa ating mga OFW, ayan, pag-iingatin po natin, ingat-ingat lang po ang ating mga kababayang OFW, lalo na po yung pong mga nag-a-abroad na ating mga kababaihan. yung may mga pamilya na dito sa Pilipinas, yung babae po ang nandoon na nagtatrabaho. Alam ko po sa ating pong mga OFW ay napaka-lapit po talaga ng tukso. Ayan po. Kaya dapat po lagi po kayong magdasal, lalo na po yung mga pamilyado, yung mga babae, mga may bahay. Pagdasal lang po kayo para maiwas po tayo sa tukso. Kasi po, marami po tayong mga kababaihan na natutukso po dahil syempre sa lungkot na rin, homesick, na umihina po yung kanilang pagiging matatag. At lagi nyo na lang pong isipin na kaya kayo nandoon ay para sa pamilya ninyo at para sa pag-aaral ng mga anak nyo at kinabukasan. Kasi ang nangyayari po, may mga case po talaga na nakakalimot po sila at sila po ay pumapasok sa mga illicit relationship, yung bang magkaroon po ng relasyon, bawal na pag-ibig nga po. Lalo na po sa yung mga foreigner, katulad po ng mga taga-Pakistan, yan po ang karamihan nilang nagiging karelasyon. Mag-ingat po kayo, lalo na po kung may pamilya kayo. Kasi pag once na kayo po ay napatunayan na kayo po ay gumagawa ng mga ganyan bawal na relasyon, ikukulong po kayo dyan kung saan kayo naroon. Bukod po sa pag ang inyo pong partner sa Pilipinas ay nagreklamo, kayo po ay madedeport kasama po ng ano lang po, tiis lang po at panalangin para po malakas yung inyong control. Okay, at syempre po OFW, Department of Migrant Workers mo naman po tayo. Ito po yung repatriation ng natitirang mga DMW's priority amid renewed tension in the Middle East kasi nagkaroon ulit ng bagong tension. Kaya po ang ating pong DMW ay sinisiguro po sa ating mga overseas Filipino workers at ang kanilang pamilya na ang repatriation po ay tuloy-tuloy lang po. Lalo na po meron uling tension sa Middle East. As of July, DMW reported na 10,580 migrant workers overseas Filipino and their dependents have been safely repatriated from conflict-affected area. Kasama po dyan ang 50 repatriates from Kuwait, na dumating po sa Pilipinas kailan lang at patuloy pa rin po ang pagpapauwi. But sabi nga yung nakarang April and May, napakarami pong napauwi. Bukod po dyan ay binigyan pa po sila ng syempre ng cash para may pang simula sila. At ayon nga po kay DMW Undersecretary Felicitas Cubay, sabi niya po press briefing po nung nakaraang July 10 sa DMW Central Office, tuloy-tuloy lang po ang monitor po sa kanila. Lalo na po dyan sa lugar ng Middle East, ay alisto po talaga ang ating Department of Migrant Workers. Kaya huwag po kayong pag-alala. Okay, ayan. Napakarami na po nating naibalita. At sana po ay marami kayong natutunan sa ating pong mga binalita ngayong araw na ito. At patuloy lang po tayong magdasal para sa ating bansa, sa katahimikan ng ating bansa. At sana po ay maging peaceful na po ang lahat. Wala na pong mga gulo. At yan po ang ating panalangin sa ating pong may kapayapaan para po sa atin. At syempre panalangin po rin sa ating mga sundalo, ang ating mga bayani, ang ating mga modernong bayani, ang ating mga OFW. Pansamantala po kami magpapaalam. God bless po sa inyo lahat. Ito bang inyong lingkod, Terry Alpa, para sa programang Buhay OFW ngayon, Bantay at Kasangga. Maraming salamat po.